Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to our online class.
Is matter around us pure?
Today we are going to discuss about classification of matter, pure substances, impure substances, elements and compounds. Before getting into the topic, classification of matter, let us recall what is matter, how it is defined. Everything in the universe is made up of matter. Matter is defined as anything which occupies space and has mass is called matter. So anything which has mass and occupies space. Occupies space is called matter. So anything which occupies space and has mass is called matter. Based on the physical properties, matter can be classified into three types, common types. What are they? Solid, liquid and gas. So based on the physical properties, matter can be classified as solid, liquid and gas. Now based on the chemical properties, matter can be classified as pure substance and mixture. Pure substance in turn it's divided into two types. So elements and compounds, and mixture can be classified as homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Pure substances. A pure substance is one which is made up of only one kind of particles. These particles may be atoms or molecules. So we can also say that a pure substance is the one which is made up of only one kind of atoms or one kind of molecules. For example, gold. Gold is made up of gold atoms. What is the formula of gold? Au. Copper is made up of copper atoms. Hydrogen is made up of hydrogen atoms. Diamond is made up of carbon atoms. These are the elements. Sugar and common salt are compounds. Sugar is made up of sugar molecules. What is the formula of sugar? C12H22O11. Common salt is made up of sodium chloride molecules. What is the formula of common salt? Sodium chloride. So common salt is made up of sodium chloride molecules. All elements and compounds are pure substances. A pure substance is a homogeneous throughout its mass. A pure substance cannot be separated by any physical process. A pure substance has a fixed composition as well as a fixed melting point and boiling point. Impure substances. The substances which contain two or more different kinds of particles is called impure substances. So the substances which contain two or more different kinds of particles. If it contains only one kind of particle, then we call it as pure substance. If the substance contains two or more different kinds of particles, then we call it as impure substance. Now example, soda mixture. It consists of sugar and water. Lime juice. It consists of lime, sugar, salt and water. So two or more substances, two or more particles mixed in it. So these are the impure substances. According to science, the substance which contains two or more different kinds of particle is called impure substance. Pure substances can be classified into elements and compounds. Now we are going to discuss about elements. Do you know how many elements are known at present? Yes, 118 elements. Out of 118 elements, 92 elements are naturally occurring elements and the rest are man-made. Majority of the elements are in the solid state. Can you give example? Iron, gold, silver, copper, etc. Two elements are in the liquid state at room temperature. One of the elements is used in thermometer. What is that element? Yes, mercury. Mercury and bromine are in liquid state at room temperature. Elements such as gallium, cesium become liquid at a temperature slightly above room temperature. An element is a pure substance which is made up of only one kind of atoms. An element is a substance which cannot be split up into two or more simpler substances by the chemical methods of applying heat, light, and electric energy. Hydrogen is an element because it cannot be split up into two or more simpler substances by chemical method. Oxygen is an element because it cannot be broken down into simpler substances by chemical method. Elements can be classified into metals, metalloids and non-metals. Copper, gold, iron are metals. Boron, germanium, antimony, silicon are metalloids. Carbon, phosphorus and sulfur are non-metals. Now we are going to discuss about metals. The elements which forms positive elements due to the ability to form positive ions by losing or donating electrons. Magnesium, beryllium, calcium, strontium and barium, radium are some of the examples of metals. A metal is an element that is malleable and ductile and conduct electricity. All metals are solids except only one metal. What is the name of the metal? Yes, it is mercury. It is a liquid metal. Physical properties of metals. Now we are going to discuss about physical properties of metals. Metals are lustrous and can be polished. Gold, silver, copper are shiny metals. Gold, formula AU, silver, AG, copper. They are shiny metals and they can be polished. The property of a metal having a shining appearance is called metallic luster. The shiny appearance of metals make them useful in making jewelry. Metals have high density. Atoms are closely packed, so they have high density. Metals are good conductors of electricity due to the presence of mobile ions. Metals are ductile and malleable. What is ductile? What is malleable? Ductile. Metals can be drawn into thin wires. All metals are not equally ductile. Gold and silver are among the best ductile metals. Gold and silver. Gold formula AU, silver AG. Okay, next malleable. What is malleable? Metals can be beaten into thin sheets with a hammer without breaking. Gold and silver metals are some of the best malleable metals. Metals have high melting point and boiling point due to strong force of attraction. Now, metals are strong and tough. Metals are good conductors of heat due to the presence of mobile ions. Metals are solid state at room temperature except liquid mercury. Non-metals. The elements which form negative ions by gaining or accepting electrons. Example, phosphorus, carbon, iodine are non-metals. We are going to see the properties of non-metal, physical properties of non-metal. Brittle in nature. Non-metals. They are non-luster and then They are non-sonorous and they are very soft. They have low density. They have low melting point and boiling point, and they are poor conductors of electricity. Now we are going to see about metalloids. Metalloids, elements which have both characters of metals and non-metals, are called semi-metals or metalloids. Example: boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony and tellurium. See, they have the properties of both metals and non-metals, so they are called metalloids. Now we are going to see compound is a substance composed of two or more elements chemically combined with one another in a fixed composition. So compounds, two or more elements combined in a fixed composition. For example, water. What are the elements present in water? Hydrogen and oxygen. What is the composition? Fixed composition. That is 2:1. Hydrogen 2 and oxygen is 1. So what is a compound? A substance composed of two or more elements chemically combined with a fixed proportion. So this is called fixed proportion, 2:1. Now carbon dioxide. So carbon 1, oxygen 2. So 1:2. So the composition is very important in compound. So compound is a two elements combined in a particular ratio. That is called compound. Carbon dioxide, hydrogen peroxide. One oxygen is combined with two atoms, then we call it as water. Two oxygen combined with two hydrogen atoms, then it is hydrogen peroxide. Then ammonia NH3. Characters of the compounds. Pure compound is made up of same elements combined in a fixed ratio by mass. Then homogeneous in nature. Compounds are homogeneous in nature, formed by the chemical reaction between two elements. Example: hydrogen H2, oxygen O2 gives water. Okay, hydrogen react with oxygen and gives water. So formed by the chemical reaction between two elements. Uniformly distributed, hydrogen and oxygen, homogeneous in nature. And then the properties of pure compounds are different from the constituent elements. In the case of water, it is in the liquid state. What is the state? Liquid state. So what are the two elements present in it? One is hydrogen and another one is oxygen. So they are in the gaseous state. So the properties of the pure compounds are different. The properties of the liquid, that water, is different from the property of the constituent element. What are the properties of the constituent element? See, they are in the gaseous state. They have the properties of the gases. So the properties of a pure compound are different from the properties of the constituent elements. The constituents in a compound cannot be separated. Hydrogen and oxygen cannot be separated by physical method. What are the physical methods? Evaporation, boiling, distillation, fractional distillation. So constituents in a compound cannot be separated by physical means. We are going to discuss about differences between mixtures and compounds. Mixtures. Elements or compounds just mix together to form a mixture. No new compound is formed. For example, salt and iron. A mixture has a variable composition. Mixture does not have a fixed composition. Mixture shows the properties of the constituent substances. This mixture consists of salt and iron. They have their own properties. The constituent can be separated easily by physical methods. Iron can be easily separated by a magnet. Compounds. elements react to form new compounds. For example, carbon reacts with oxygen, gives carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide gas is a new compound. The composition of each new substance is always fixed. Carbon dioxide consists of one carbon atom and two oxygen atoms. So the composition is 1 is to 2. Fixed ratio is 1 is to 2. The new substance has totally different properties. Carbon dioxide is a new substance. The property of the carbon dioxide is different from the properties of carbon and properties of oxygen. The constituents can be separated only by chemical or electrochemical reactions. For example, water. Water can be split up into hydrogen and oxygen by the process electrolysis. To receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you, children.